these people also want to join, they can join us. All right. So I can hear it's like there's an echo which is coming up here. So what I'll do, I'll put everybody on mute. So I have the first person, with me, which is Nana Yaw. So, in
Good evening, everybody. My name is Nana Yao. I have about 9 years experience in human resource management, SAP SuccessFactors, and I hope to learn and then get certified and enter into IT field.
Sure, Nana would certainly, help you to, make you understand what the success factor is. And since you're coming from the HR background, this is certainly, it's going to help you in terms of your career and in terms of your, this further detail. There is, please check your autometer audio. Okay, I'm not sure, which for whom this message is actually there, but I hope you people are able to hear me properly, right?
Yeah, Ashish. We're able to hear.
Okay, wonderful, Shri. Right, so let me also increase the volume if there is anything which is happening. I think this much will be absolutely fine. Okay, so let's go on with the second person. I have it here with me, that is Neelu. And Neelu, if you are already unmuted, and so give us your introduction. I think your name and your background of your professional background. I think that will be absolutely fine.
Yeah, hello, good evening, everybody. It's Neelu. Actually, my full name is Neelu, so people can call me Neelu. So I'm purely involved into like talent acquisition for last almost 10 plus years. So I have taken on break due to my small baby. Now I wanted to switch over to into new technology where I can explore myself. So that's all about myself actually for the time being.
All right, wonderful, Neelu. So, certainly, we will, by the end of a complete demo, that we're going to have it, I'm sure it's like, which is going to help everybody understand the importance of, the success factor and how it is, why there is so much of demand for the success factor that we have it globally.
Yeah, this is Durga Devi, and I'm working in TVS Infotech as a SAP HR consultant, and I'm a SAP certified consultant.
Oh, you're a SAP certified into HCM?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. So how long you have been there into HCM?
Almost 6 years.
Almost 6 years you have spent into HCM, and now you are planning to, make a career into your success factor, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, absolutely. It is important because that's a part of the same, the company, success factor in SAP HCM. So that's certainly which is going to help you. And so we have another person with me, that is Shri. So Shri, if you can give us your introduction.
Yeah, hi Ashish. Hi everybody. So my background is completely into HR for the last 6 years. I'm into core HR management, into different verticals of HR, HR, BP, and generalist activities. So I thought it's time for me to switch to something more intrinsic and improve my skills. So I do not have any background of SAP as well.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So the good thing, in this batch, what I can feel, that everybody is coming from, the HR background, and this is what actually it is required, because the entire your success factor, it is, HR related technical activity. And we're going to see, in those coming slides, that how it's going to benefit and how it's going to be good for, all those people, for everybody in terms of, the technical. So let me give you my introduction. And my name is Ashish, and I have a total close to 15 years of experience, and I have been working into SAP HCM for almost last 10 and a half years, and from last 4.5 years. So this is what my complete background it is. And so let's go ahead and enter your decision. So let's talk about what about this course, and what would be the advantage of this course that you'll be getting it. See, the objective of this course, it will be that all those people who are from the HR background, those journalistic or talent acquisition, or the Spark or anything it's like that you have been working in, all those activity now it's going to move technically. And you can understand it's like being as a global power, India, where almost India suppose close to 80% of all the IT across the globe, which has been supported by India. So there is a huge potential and huge market for for people when it comes to be in terms of technical. So that's also an advantage of it is. So now also it's like who can take up this course. There is certain other advantage also which we have it into the success factor. That's something which we're going to see with the coming slides, and we're going to see it's like what are those advantage that we're going to get with the success factor. But let's see it's like who can take up this course. So anybody who is from the HR background, like SAP HR background or SAP ABAP background, functional, PeopleSoft, Workday consultant, or if you're from HR domain, background, recruiter, if you're a HR graduate, postgraduate. So all those people, it's like they can actually take up your success factor course, and it is actually quite a lot into demand because success factor, it's not very old in the market. And so there's a lot of demand for people where they require a lot of consultant, and there are very few consultant in success factor. So chances it would be it's like once you have taken up this course, it would be that you might get placed globally, and where you'll be required to support or to help and support on the companies who are there on success factor. And also it would be like you might get up a job internationally, so you should be open for all these opportunity into your success factor. Now going ahead with the success factor that we have it here. So let's see it's like what is actually a success factor. Now success factor, it is basically it's a cloud-based solution. Now any technology that which is based on the cloud-based solution, that is a SaaS-based technology. SaaS means a software as a service, and so anything that we see into your which is a cloud-based solution, that is actually built on SaaS technology that we have it here. Now with each ERP, whether you are part of a success factor or whether you're a part of a SAP HCM, there is a methodology for which they provide you the support how you can actually go ahead and do the implementation for the success factor that we have it. So here also in your success factor, there is a methodology that we have it here, which is known as a BizX methodology. In one of the slides that we're going to see what is basically the BizX methodology that we have it here. So same way it is like you have it your SAP HCM, they have it the methodology which is known as a SAP methodology, which is known as a accelerated methodology. They have it here. Now the terminology and everything, the functionality into these both methodology, it is the same, but it's just a terminology they have changed it here. So now the background of the success factor, it is SAP acquired success factor, that was in December 2011, and in December 2013 this whole merger and acquisition it got completed, and since then December 2013 it is now known as a SAP SuccessFactors. They have it here. They are present into 168 countries, and then they are also they are into your 35 languages what they support. By 35 languages support, I mean to say let's suppose if you are doing an implementation which is a part of which is there into your US, that project also, which is a part, which is there into your Germany, and followed by which, that company also has its presence in India. So in that case, once you're done with the, in the UN, you are doing the project in the US, you can support, you can select the US language. When you are doing a project in Germany, you can select the Germany language, and in India, if you want, you can also support the Hindi language, you can select it. So that's what, it is saying, that it supports 35 languages. They have it here. Along with this is a slide where they have actually shown you, it's like, what is the basic difference between SAP HCM and your SuccessFactor. Now, one of the main difference between your SAP HCM and your SuccessFactor, it is that your SuccessFactor, it is a cloud-based solution which is based on the SaaS technology, and your SAP HCM is an on-premise solution. They have it here. So on-premise, it means that any SAP project, any SAP HCM project that you'll be there, you will have to go to the client location, because all the server and everything which is there on the client premise, and from there it's like, if they will ask you to go ahead with the implementation, then you will have to implement from their location, or if they want support, then depends upon what the agreement it is, and accordingly you will have to go ahead and support that. Now, apart from this, you also have a certain customer base with you, for your SuccessFactors. So you can see, what is a customer base which is there into your SAP HCM and here into your SuccessFactor. You can also see it's like, SAP HCM has been into market for almost 40 years, whereas the SuccessFactor has been into the market for close to 10 years. They have it here. And then we talked about, the languages what they support, and they have a presence into 168 countries, whereas so SAP HCM has only the presence into 51 countries. Now, the reason why, the SuccessFactor, it is present into so many countries, it is because you just need an internet connection to start working on the SuccessFactor. Now, after this PDF slide, which I have it here, what I'll be doing it, I will also log in on the, into the system, and I will show you how basically the system it looks like. So you can see it's like, it is, I have it here with the URL, and with this URL, I will be giving my username and a password. The moment you put that there, and you are good to go and start working on the SuccessFactor, right? So as simple as it is, you just need an internet connection. But what happens with your SAP HCM, you have to be, there at the client's location to get those access. So that is what the main difference between your SuccessFactor and on-premise solution. We have it. Now, you have seen me, that we have been talking about, a certain terminology which is known as a SaaS technology, which means it is a software as a service. And here, we have a certain advantages that we have it here. And team, if you come across any question or something, do let me know. And, so I will also, let you know, all these questions that you have it, or possibly if you have anything, you can just write another way. It will be, you can just write on a piece of paper, and then, when I'm done with my demo, then we can ask those questions. So whichever way you feel, if you want to, ask it right now, then probably you can just stop me, and, I can answer your question then and there itself.
Sure.
Right. So, so we were just talking about, the advantage of the SaaS, the technology. SaaS means software as a service. And whenever you see this term, that itself means it's a cloud-based solution that we have it. So a few advantages, that we have it here. And I came across, that we also have a people, who are coming from the this SAP HCM background. So all those people who are coming from the SAP HCM background, they would know it is like, that when you actually go ahead with the R3 implementation, so what the client they have to do, they have to order all the big server and right. Okay, Shivali. So okay, fine. So so we have it here, and in that case, when to buy this server and to install this server on your premises, and then your software and your the maintaining has to make it before they start working on R3 system. They have it here. But with the SuccessFactors system, since it's a cloud-based solution, so you don't need any hardware and no maintenance required. You just need an internet connection to start using this. So this is the biggest advantage, that you get into your cloud-based solution. So who is maintaining this hardware and and hardware and the maintenance which is required? It is done by the SuccessFactors company itself. So since the company itself is taking care of all the hardware and software, so we don't need to worry about anything. We just need the internet connection, and we, if you have taken the subscription, in that case, you can start using this functionality that we have it here. Another detail it is, that we have it here, which is a subscription-based model. Now, another detail you would have seen into your R3 when you actually use your payroll. There, the license, it comes into the stack wise. Like, for example, one stack consists of 500 licenses. So in that case, team, what basically it happens, that you have to pay for all those, let's suppose if you have 190 people in a company, so you're paying for one stack. So it means 310 license you're paying extra, right? But here in SuccessFactors, if you have 190 people only in the company, so in that case, you're paying only 190 licenses that we have it here. So this is another cost saving that an organization does with the SuccessFactors. Then another, it is, that you have a multi-tenant platform, you have a regular release, updates, fix, enhancement. Now, what is all these regular release, updates, and enhancement? See, with every ERP, with every budget changes, there is something with your government increase your budget, and there's some policy will get changed, right? And when those things actually it get changed, so in that case, what happens? SAP team, they start working on those notes and everything, and when they find the solution, they release you as a node, or they release you as a support pack. So when they release all these details, so functional team, what they do, they identify those details, and then they start implementing into the system that they have it here. But with the SuccessFactors, the advantage it is, since we do not have the hardware and software, everything, all these detail and everything, it is done by the company itself. So that's another advantage that you get with the SuccessFactors. And another detail that you can access this from anywhere. That's another advantage that you get. You just need an internet connection, and you can access this from anywhere that you actually want this. So these are the few of the advantage that we have just talked about your SuccessFactors. Let's move ahead with the further slides. Now this is all your SuccessFactors module that we have it here. And in this case, you can see all these modules that we have it here, which includes your goal management, performance management, your workforce planning, recruitment, corporate learning, and succession. So these are all, you can see into your one box, which is known as a talent management, module. And SuccessFactors, it is basically, they are famous for their talent management module. Then here you can see it is like another detail that they have it here, which is a jam session. Jam is nothing, it's just a social collaboration site. If you have used SCM, so you would know it is like what actually jam actually it would be. So it is just like if you have any question, or if you can actually ask those questions related to your SuccessFactors. If you want to share something on SuccessFactors, you can share it with your team member. So all these functionality and detail, it's like which you can do that into your jam. Analytics is nothing, it's just a reporting. And then finally you have it here, which is your employee center. And employee center, you can see it is a core module into your SAP HCM. So here it is like if you want so here you can see the term itself that any information which is there with an employee, we will be covering into your employee center that we have it. Now, what we will be covering into your entire 40 to 45 section after your registration, we're going to cover total 6 module, which will include your introduction to mastery. It will include your goal management, that makes 2nd, performance management, that makes 3rd, compensation, that makes 4, analytics, that makes 5, and employee center, that makes 6. So this is the total 6 module that I am going to cover, with your complete session that we're going to do. And the entire, it would be, close to 42, 45 session, roughly 2 months, that your complete session is going to be. Then let's see, your basics methodology, that what we have it here. So here you can see the phases that we have it here, which includes your sales, prepare, realize, verify, and launch. And in this, all these phases. So, so we're going to see all these things into detail, but let me just tell you some of the detail that, that we cover into all these phases. So here it's like, your sales team, SuccessFactors sales team, they go to the client and they try to sell the SuccessFactors. Prepare, it is, when they actually prepare, for all these orientation, and then they start preparing their your workbook. So here workbook, it is, that you are preparing your blueprint. Once your workbook and everything it has been done, then you come into your realize phase, which is nothing, it's just a configuration. Once your configuration it is done, then you come into your verify, which is nothing, it's a testing. Once your testing is done, then you come into your launch phase, which is actually, you have actually gone ahead and make it go live. So that is all the phases that we have it here into your methodology, into your success factor that we have it. Now, regarding all these documentation, that what documentation that we use, how we use that, how we, prepare all these template and everything, that's something, we're going to see that once we start with your session. Then here you can see another module which we have it here, which is your performance and goal management. And into your performance and goal management, you can see, you have this employee. Now, anybody who has used, the PMS into your SAP HCM, they will know, that PMS is very complex into your SAP HCM, right? So there you have to prepare the template, and then you have to link that with your ESS and MSS, and it gets way too complex. And most of the time, the companies, even after implementation, they don't use the functionality of PMS. But here with the success factor, the PMS is very simple. You can see with the whole, performance detail, you can see the employee picture, you can see the rating they have got it here, you can see this entire functionality of it, you can see the gap analysis which is coming up here. Somewhere it's like where the employee has rated lower than the manager, somewhere where the manager has rated lower than the employee. So all those gap analysis you can see, into your one page, and then this will also help the company, and it will also help the employee to perform better into the company they have it. Then here they have it here as a compensation, and in your compensation you can see all your this detail. So here you can see all these functionality and everything. See, why do we use compensation management? That we, one simple reason, that we use compensation, that, after your performance, when your, see, with every year your salary also has to be increased, right? So after your goal and your performance, once you are done into the company, your side, your CTC also has to increase, right, which is a gross salary. So in this case you can see it is like, that these are the employee in the organization, then this is a current salary, and then the company is deciding, that how they're going to increase the salary, whether it's going to be the merit or it's going to be the lump sum, adjustment, promotion, final salary, whatever they have it here. So based on that, they can actually decide all these functionality, they have it into the system that they have it here. And it can also be used for, it is like, because it is very difficult to find a good IT resource. And what happens, it's like, if your resource is actually leaving for competition, so in that case, and when they get to know, it's like that they're leaving it for salary. So if you want to stop some people, and then you can actually go ahead and increase their salary, and and then probably you can try to stop all those people. Then here you can see into the center, we also have a budget. So all these budget, that how much your organization, they have actually approved this. So you should try to work and raise the salary of employee within a particular budget that you have it here. This is a, in the center that you are seeing, it's like, these are the certain reports that we have it here, and these reports, it is that you can prepare your complete compensation and all those things, and then you can send it to your manager for the final approval. Once it has been approved, then you can inform to the employee that this is your revised salary. They have it here. Then this is succession and development. So here you can see your succession and org chart which is coming, and this is so attractive to look at, right? Because normally into your SAP HCM you will see it's like it comes as a plain figure and you cannot no, you don't have any picture and everything. So here you can see the complete employee picture and who is reporting to whom. You can see that here. You can see their name, you can see their designation, mail ID and everything, and then you can also see it's like who are their team member they are reporting to. Then apart from this team, you can also see that this particular employee, they have a dotted line. They have mentioned that here, right? This dotted line actually it means that this dotted line actually it means that this person is basically reporting to two different employees, and that is the reason you can see there's a dotted line structure that we have it here. Now once after this PDF, what I'll do, I'll log in into the system and then I will show you how this dotted line actually is coming. And then further detail, if you want to see about this employee, how much they have scored in their performance and everything, so all those functionality and everything, it's going to come into your this detail that we have it. Now here we have it, your recruitment as usual, that you get your JD, you post your JD on the Naukri portal, and from there you start getting your resume. You filter out those resume, you call them for interview, first level, second level. Once they clear all the interview, then you go ahead with the complete final salary. And then you start with the salary negotiation and everything. And once everything it has been done, you go ahead with the offer letter. So all those functionality that we do into your recruitment. Then here we have it, your jam session. Jam is nothing, it's just a social collaboration site. And here you are just doing all your so you can see it's like some people they are sharing the video, some people they are sharing the PPT, some people they are asking the question, and some people they're also replying to the question, right? So all those help and everything, you will be doing it into your Jam session. And yes, not to forget, Jam is actually a paid site. So if you want to use that, your organization has to pay for taking up this module that they have it here. Then this is your workforce analytics. It's nothing, it's just a reporting structure. So here you can see it's like how you want to prepare your report, whether it's a line chart, pie chart, and whatever chart they have it here. This is another way of preparing your report. Like you can see, your key metrics, you can see agent and your trend, they have it here. Then you can see, your line chart, pie chart, whatever way you feel it's like, that it represents the best to your data. You can prepare it and send it to your manager that we have it here. Now, another slides that we have it here, which is for the Employee Central. And since the term itself, it is saying, that it is about employee. So every data, that you have to maintain about the employee, you will be seeing into your Employee Central that we have it here. You can see this employee picture. You can see the employee name, designation, location, phone number, and everything that we have it here. Not only just these information team, you will also be seeing their address, the time they're coming in, time they're going out, what is their payroll related information, their bank related information, personal address, all those detail, it's like which you will be maintaining into the Employee Central that we have it here. Now the reason I selected this slide, because here you can also see the badges that they have it here. Now what happens basically, that let's suppose in an organization, when some people they perform good, so organization what they do, they reward or award them, and over a period of time, it's like people they tends to forget it, right? But with the success factor, in this case, what you can do, you can actually assign a badges to the employee. And with that badges, you can see all these detail which is coming up here. And if the employee is performing good, so here you can, award them a badges, and anybody who's going to proxy into their profile, they will know it is like, that with this, if they click on these badges, they will know, that this employee is good into the leadership skill that we have it here. So here you can see, if I click on this one, it has a leadership skill, which means this employee is actually good in her leadership style. Then this is your another difference between your on-premise and the cloud-based solution. So in the on-premise solution that you have with your talent management, ESS and MSS, OM and PA, it is being taken over by your employee center, and then you have it the payroll functionality of it. SuccessFactors system has been divided into two architecture. One is your instance architecture, which I will show you after my PDF. So this is your your instance architecture it is, and then there is another architecture which is known as a provisioning architecture. And provisioning architecture, we actually activate your license and everything. And more into your provisioning architecture into detail, we will see with the regular session that we're going to have it. And here, you can actually integrate your success factor with all your, you have it your, your atmosphere. You can integrate it with your SAP HCM. You can integrate it with your Dell Boomi. You can integrate it with your Informatica. So any of your international, that local, software that you have it, or any of your, those big software that you have it, you can integrate your success factor with any of those, tool that we have it here. So that was about my PPT, and let me also go ahead and show you the instance architecture that we have been talking about it. So your instance architecture team, you can see it's just like that we have this URL, and in your this particular URL, you have your this particular company ID, which you can see, I have taken up here as an ACE train 37. And in this case, if when you, let's suppose if you have a different company ID, so here you will have to click here and you'll have to provide your company ID that I have it here. But by default, I will have to use this company ID only for the demo instance. Then once you have your company ID, in that case, you will have to provide your user ID. And once you provide your user ID, in that case, you can basically go ahead and put your password. And once you put your password, you will come directly into the system that we have it here. Once you log in into the system, you're going to come to your home page. And here, if I come into my home page, so here, this is a home page that we have it here. So here in this, home page, you can see your to-do list. These are the thing which is actually pending on me. And here you can see it is like that there is some activity which is pending on me, which is for almost like for 79 days. And here you can see there is some compensation activity which is pending for again from 79 days. You can see somebody has actually created a position and has sent for my approval, because I work as a manager, so they have sent to me for those approval. And you can see the detail it is showing up here, that is for today. Then here you have it your goal functionality, and whatever the goal and performance you will be having it here. So in this your box which is going to appear that here. Now this is my team member, so you can see my team member that they have it here. Now let's suppose if I want to see some information about my team member, so here I can see all these details. I can see there is one task which is pending on my this team member, right? So what I can do, I can actually speak to this employee, or I can send this mail to this employee that finish this particular task. And if I want to see more detail about this employee, I can click on this action and I can see anything, all these detail that we have it here into your this functionality that we have it here, right? So I can see all these, your employment information. I can see your benefit, compensation, your favorite all these detail that we have it here, team. So you can see all these detail, everything about my team member. And if you want to go back, you can click here and you can come back here. Then these are the certain reports that they have it here. You can see there is certain shortcut link they have given here. These are the certain report. I think this is your people information, how many employee are there into your each department wise. So this is what you can prepare that here. Then this is your another report that we have it here. This is your some information, and this is your some goal status which is showing up all your this detail and everything that we have it here. So like this you can see all your this functionality that we have it here. Now if I click on into your this whole detail home, and you can see all these module which is coming up here, which includes your goal management, performance management, your compensation, your succession, your recruitment, and all these details that we have it here, right? So if I click on into my admin center, now as a success factor consultant, almost your 80% of your time team, it's going to be into your admin center. Now, the reason being, your 80% of your time, it is going to be on your this admin center, because this is the area, it's like, you can configure all these module that we have it here. Like, for example, you can see this goal management, you can see this performance management, you can see all these details. So if you click on any of these details, so here it's like, you can click on this and you can start doing your configuration that we have it here. So that is the reason almost your 80% of your time that we going to use into your this detail. Now, in this, the company processes and cycle that we have it here, some of the module, you can see it is coming into the color, and some of it you can see it is coming here as a gray out. Now, the reason being it is coming here as a gray out, it is because that, the license is yet to be taken. So you can see it's like, license is yet to be taken for these module that we have it here, right? So even for this also, you can see not taken the license. Even for this also, you can see the license has not been taken, right? So as an organization, when they go ahead and take the license, so this also becomes, activated, and it becomes colorful in that case. So this is, all your company process cycle. You have all your modules and everything into your this section. In your this section that we have it here, which is a manage employee, here you can do all employee related information, like activating your account, changing your password, doing the proxy management. So all these functionality that we have it here. Now, one of the another advantage that you can actually do that here, let's suppose you are only working into your employee related information, which is a manage employee. So what you can do, you can drag this here and drop it here. So let me just show that to you, how we can actually drag and drop it here. This is taking some time, team. Yeah, you can see it has rearranged your this particular order, right? So in this case, whenever you come to your admin center, you don't have to scroll it down. You can just directly come and drag and drop here, and you can see it has started working that here. Now, team, let just give me a few more minutes. Let me show you some of the more functionality that we have it here into your success factor, and then probably I'll get down into your question and answer session. Now, here in this case, you can see I have a certain, like for example, in this case, I have it a goal management. So one way it is like, if I come here into my manage template, so I can see all these detail which is coming into my manage template that we have it here, right? So let's suppose, and I have actually, I don't remember, I'm quite new into SuccessFactors and I don't remember this, where is my managed template? So what I can do, I can also use this tool search. So if you remember, that term was managed template, right? So here you can see if I start typing into your this tool search, this is actually a very powerful search, what they have it here. And most of the time, even I also personally use this. I don't go into all these module and everything. I just directly come into your this particular section, and you can see it has directly taken me into your this functionality that we have it here. Same way here also in your compensation, you can see one way it is to come from you click on the module and then you come into your compensation. Another way it is, you can make a tool search, compensation home, right? We were doing it. So you can see this detail has started coming up here. And if you click on this one, it will directly come into your compensation home that we have it here. So one way it was, you come into your module and you select it. Second, it is like, you make it your tool search and you can do that. There is also one more way. So what you can do, you can actually select this module, and if you click on any of these, this particular tab which is coming up here, you can see there is a star sign which is coming up here, right? If you click on this star sign, what it will do, it will add to your favorite section. So again, if you click into this section, you will see again it has taken up to you into your this function section that we have taken up. So in that case, you don't have to remember everything. So here also, if I click here into the star sign, you can see it has taken to your my favorite section that we have it here, right? And if you unlock your this one, you will see it will automatically gets removed from here. So that was about your my favorite section. Then you have it your news and update. So here into your news and update that we have it here. So this is basically a success factor blog. So if they want you to read some information and news from the success factor side, so you can actually come here and read all these. You can see the latest product updates. So you can see all from the success factor that they have it here. This is the area that you have it here for the resource and material. So if you want a quick help and everything to read on, so here you can see if I click on into your this section, you will see all those help and functionality that they have it here. It's going to automatically, it's going to come, and I can actually start using your those help and your those detail that we have it here. So you can see all these help and everything that which is here, whether it's a integration or end-to-end or administrator or any other help which I wanted, I can actually come here and start using those help functionality that we have it here into the system. Now, apart from this team, let's also see some of the more detail. If you remember in one of my slides, which I mentioned about to you that all the updates and patches, that it is being taken care by the success factor itself. Now, where I can see all those my version and everything. So if I click here into your, you can see this show version information which is coming up here. And if I click on this show version information, you can see this release information, which is coming up here as a B1711. And in this B1711, you can see it, that means 2017 and 11 means November. So you can know it's like, your system, it was updated, which was into your 2017 and November. So last, your system, it was updated. You can see your server detail. You can see your timestamp, and here you can see today is 17th, right? So you can see this 17. You can see your time and everything detail. If you remember, when I logged in into the system, I use a particular company ID, right? So this is what actually this is showing you here. This is your version. So here you have it, your Revolution version, and the older version, which was known as a V11, it was known as your Ultra version. And there's a huge difference between your version also, which is V11 and V12. So what is V11? That's something, in detail we will discuss with the regular session. Then here we have it, your edition and your admin version. You can see your one admin. Here you have it, your, you can also see this copyright 2017. If you click on this one, you will land up into your SuccessFactor website. They have it here. So here you can see all your SuccessFactor website and everything, that they have it here. And if you want to go ahead and read all these latest whatever they have it here, you can actually go ahead and do that. So that was your SuccessFactor complete website and everything. And let me show you a couple of more things, team, before I end my this demo. We talked about the performance section, right? So let me show you some of my older template that I have done it for my team member. And here you can see all my, this team member, which I have it here. And in this section, you can see your all my team member and everything that we have it here. And here you can see all your team member. You can see if you have a picture, you will see this picture. If you have a rating, so if I click on this rating, I can see my this category. I can see my goal section. I can see my weightage section, how much rating has been given to me, and what is the weightage average which is coming up here. All these functionality I can see into your this particular rating that I have it here. Now this is your gap analysis, where you can see 2 items where I have rated higher, 6 items where employee has rated lower. So all those gap analysis you can see. This is your workflow. You can see how this workflow actually it is working from employee to manager, then one-to-one meeting, then a signature of employee, and then you have the completed section. If I scroll it down here, you can see it is so colorful and it is so attractive, right? You can see your goals section. You can see how much is the weightage. You can see their goal detail, how much is the weightage has been given. You can see that, and you can also see the status that this is behind. Apart from this, you can also see how much is the employee rating, how much is the manager has given rating. right? So like this, you can see into your all these section that how much, the weightage, how, what is the status, how much is the employee rating, how much is a manager rating. So like this, you can see all these functionality into your performance section that we actually have it here. Now let's move on into your compensation. So compensation also we talked about it. Let me open up my one of the template that I have completed into my past batches for this employee. So if I click here into your this section, so here you will see all my compensation information. And here you can see all my team member which is coming up here. These are my team member. If you want to see any of their compensation profile, so here I can actually view all their compensation profile that I have it here. Apart from this, you can see employee all these detail and everything. If you want to see all these detail and everything, you can see into your this functionality. Then this is your some note, and you can see the job title. You can see how much is the rating has come from their performance appraisal. Some people, they have not appeared for performance. That is the reason it is not appearing. Then you can see their current salary. If you unlock this one, the whole detail, you will start seeing that here. Then you will see all this merit adjustment, lump sum, promotion, and you can see the final salary. And if there is any bonus also given, you can see all these detail. Here you can see all these budget wise, that how much is the budget, which has been allocated. So like this, team, you can actually see all these detail and everything that we have it here into this section. This is a matrix. So some of these reports and everything that you can see that here. That was your compensation. Let me also show you some of the organization structure that we just talked about it before I show you the reporting and close the my demo session that I have it here. So if I want to see my reporting structure, and let's suppose if I want to see for this particular employee, so here if I look at for this reporting structure, so this is a complete reporting structure I have it here, and this is what a dotted line I was talking about, that this employee is reporting to two different managers, and that is the reason it is coming up here as a dotted line structure. If I click on this detail, you will see all these information about this particular employee. You can see their phone number, mail ID, their designation, how many people they are reporting to her, what is her team size, if you want to see further action. So all these detail and functionality, you can see that here, right? So same it goes for anybody. So here also, if you want to read for this particular employee, how this has, okay, now what has happened here? Okay, now here if I click on this detail, if I want to see a particular action, so I can see all these employee. Now you can also see, you can make it a bigger or smaller, whatever you want to do that here. I can also see, there are some people who are reporting to Microsoft, and if I click on this detail, you can see who are these people who are reporting to Microsoft. The same way, you can see all these detail and everything for different team member and different people, and if you want to go up more one level up, so like this, you can see all these detail and function, and you can see it's just so attractive to look at, right? Then let me show you the report part of it before I end my demo session. So here you can see all your reporting and everything, and these are the certain standard reports. You have it here as a list view, spotlight, and spreadsheet and classic report. So these are the few standard report that we have it here. Then another we have it here as a dashboard. So let me show you some of the dashboard that which I have done it for my past batches. So here you can see all these dashboards and everything which is coming up here. You can see how you can prepare your employee list of the October. You can see the people detail. You can see into your this particular pie chart detail that information. Let's see some of the more report. Then we have it here as your this functionality, which is into your, let's see, into your performance dashboard, what actually it comes here. So if we click into your this performance dashboard, you will see all these detail and everything. It will start coming and appearing how you want all these information to be, right? So same with you also have it your certain other dashboard also if you want some another information objective dashboard. So if I click on this one, so you can see all your dashboard and everything, how it's going to come and prepare it, right? So how you can do all these detail, we're going to see with your regular session that we're going to start with. Now with this team, I'm going to stop my demo, and If you have any question which people can ask me right now, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me the question.
Hello.
Yes, Durga.
Yeah, I have a doubt. Actually, for some of the factory workers, they will have a third-party device where they will be clock in and clock out timing will be there, right? So for
Right.
them, how their attendance will be captured here through
So,
SuccessFactors?
right. So people who are actually, if your organization wants to go ahead with a clock in and clock out, you can actually go ahead very well maintain the clock in and clock out for those employees.
Okay.
Right. And for a company where, they do not want to maintain the clock in and clock out, in that case, don't maintain those details.
No, what the question is like, see, how will I know that? How will I integrate that with the success factors I'm asking? Like, if their compensation is based on their work
Right.
timings, like, yeah,
Absolutely. Right. See, everybody, irrespective whether you use, that integration of a clock in and clock out, and or whether you use or you don't use, everybody's salary will be based on their, the timing and days they have worked in the
attendance. Yeah,
office, attendance.
yeah.
And there is an integration facility which is there with the success factor, and I have also showed you it's like now in the integration, that we can do with in my PDF. So we will
Okay,
discuss about more into detail with the regular session and how we can actually go ahead and integrate your
okay,
another module to your success factor.
fine.
Right. So yes, team, go ahead.
Ashish, it's just a general question I have.
Mm-hmm.
Since we are not into SAP and any other technical form of fields, I'd like to know
Mm-hmm.
how do you see the future of success factors? I mean, as a project manager, I see that there is a lot of integration going on here. It acts as a SharePoint, and everything is in success factors. So
Right.
I want to know how is it? Is it futuristic or how many years? I mean, I'm definite that every module of it is going to get upgraded in few years as well. So just from your point of view, would like to know if you're switching a career to a success factor consultant, um,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
how
Now,
could we perceive the progressive? Yeah.
right. When you talk about the technical thing and you're talking about the technology changes, see that happens with every technical aspect. Like for example, if you remember your window that used to come, if you remember, it used to come as a 95, then it got upgraded to 97, then it happened
Hmm.
2000, it
Yes,
came to
yes,
XP. Now it is 2007,
yes.
2008, and 2010 launched it, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but the basic core thing of window, it remained the same, right? So same is going to be with the success factor also. The basic,
Hmm.
the core of it, everything it will remain the same. Few thing here and there they might upgrade and everything. They will, those change will keep on happening. And as well as
Okay.
you also want certain additional feature and everything, right? So
Yes,
those
yes, yeah.
changes will keep on happening into every technical that you do that. Excel sheet, if you look at it, Excel was also known as 95, 97, 2000, and everything, what all
Yeah,
changes
yeah.
they have it, right?
Yeah.
So same thing which is there with every technical thing. And the
Yeah.
future of success factor, it is very bright because every company, they want a solution to their HR activity because in order to grow and in order to expand into new region, in order to grow into as an existing also, it is very important for the companies to have a good and big solid base. Till the time you don't have a big solid base, it will be very difficult for that organization to grow. See, I myself am coming from an HR background, so I know all these gimmicks, very well. And over a period of time, as a manager, I keep on interacting with the different company. So I know, what all challenges what these people they actually face it,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yes. Sure. No.
Right.
Yeah, so one other thing I wanted to know is SAP HCM does have functional and technical consultants. So is there a bifurcation in success factors, or is it just a functional consultant? How is it? How is
Well,
it when it
in
comes to
success factor, you don't have the bifurcation when it comes to consultant. Here, what we do, we expect that those function consultant to do everything. But success factor, it is not that technical. Like your SAP
yeah,
HCM, you
yeah,
have those technical thing. You have a workflow. For you, people require different people altogether. But here it is like it is not that technical and it is not that difficult. So anybody,
yes,
even if a person is a fresher who just pass out a graduate into HR, they can also,
yes,
take up the success factor.
success factors. Okay, okay.
Hi, Ashish, I have another question for you.
Yes, Durga.
Yeah, actually, I have been into SAP HCM for almost 6+ years. So now I'm
Wonderful.
switching it to SAP SuccessFactors. So in that case,
Mhm.
I will be considered as a fresher. So what will be my salary package? Will it get reduced, or will it be the same?
Okay, wonderful question. And I'm sure you know that everybody would like to hear something on this.
Yes, yes, we are waiting for the question, and
Oh,
I was a
yes.
little
Okay.
hesitant. Yeah.
Okay, right. So Durga has actually asked the right question. Okay. See, yours when it comes to about your salary bracket, one thing, when you are actually switching from functional to your technical aspect of it, your salary, it is always higher part of it. One thing. Second thing, it is, when you talk about, you are into your SAP HCM and you're switching into your success factor, you have to move into success factor. You don't have any choice because SAP is going to stop supporting R3. I think the last date what they gave it into 2020, I think, but now they have increased it to 2030, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I read. So either way, all people who are there in technical, they have to migrate into SuccessFactor. They don't have a choice. But
Okay.
there will not be much difference in terms of a salary because uh, both product are part of the same company.
Okay.
Right. So
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that case, there will not be much difference into, your package and everything. In fact, you can boast to P company, that see you are, you have done your SAP HCM also, you have done now you're doing done your success factor also. So you can demand, that increase their pay.
Okay.
Right. And don't worry, I'll
Yeah.
give you all these hint and everything, once we start with the session and everything, then I'll tell you how to go ahead with all these things.
Okay. And you'll be providing guidance for doing the certification also for
Yes,
success
yes,
factors, right?
I will
Yeah.
do that. Yes, all my, don't know, my previous batches, they have. Okay, just hold on. Durga, I'll answer to your question. There is some, sir, from the next Saturday onwards, we will start the session regularly. Okay, so I have an
Okay.
update from the my center. Tell them to enroll. Okay, now what they are informing is that from the next Saturday onwards, your session is going to start, and for to do that, you will have to do the registration, and I think center will send you all those detail about the registration and everything that we go ahead and do that. So
Okay.
coming back to Durga question. So Durga, I think I forgot your question. What was that? So if you can tell me again.
Become a certified
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
certification question. So it will be, your certification question happen. All my previous batches, those who have appeared for yesterday only, I got a good news that one of my person trained and who got certified has been placed into has got a job into Infosys, and she has been working there from last 1 month. So I was so happy
Oh,
to see. So these people, they have shared all their question and answer, when they have appeared for certification. So all these question and everything as a dump, I will pass on to you so that, which will actually help you people to understand how you can prepare for the certification. And I will also guide you time to time how you people can prepare for the certification.
fine.
Sure, sure. Hey.
Yes. Any other question, team?
I do have one more query.
Yes, Neelu?
I don't have any SAP background as such now, so in which way I can plan accordingly? I can get
Nilu, doesn't matter even if you're not coming from SAP HCM background. The good thing it is, that if you as far you're coming from the background of a generalistic and those talent acquisition and everything, right? So this is what actually we do. We just go ahead and do that technically. And trust me, I'm taking a batch, in the morning right now, and couple of the people, they are. It's a mixed batch of some people from different country and some people from India also. So those people, who are coming from their, SAP HCM background, they are only the technical, those who have already worked into take the technical. But the advantage of people, it's like, who come from the function, those HR background, they know all their concepts and everything, which is clear to them. So many
yes.
times, that what happens, when we, and then my morning session. So we know we need some kind of a general, those HR terminology and everything it comes. So there, those HR people, they'll keep on telling you, that this means this means that, So this is a added advantage, that which is there for all HR people that they get it.
Okay, is this that certification is the really added advantage, or we can get into that as a fresher? Or what you suggest?
Well, certification for anywhere, would always be an added advantage. There's no question about this. I mean, if you are certified into anything, then certainly it is an added advantage to anybody.
Okay, if in case I will not able to manage to go this certification, can I plan accordingly? How can plan?
Right. So in this case, if you're not planning for certification, then there is a different way that we can actually help you and, to get you placed, and, the center will provide you all those assistance for. But that's something, we will discuss it one-to-one case basis, and then we will tell you how we can prepare your resume and how we can prepare you help for the interview then. All right. But
Okay,
that will be happening one-to-one. We will discuss about this.
no problem, Ashish. Thank you.
Right. And I also see, the Nana and Kanan and Bhagya Lakshmi also there. So if any of you have any question, yes, Nana, do you have any question? Nana, Kanan and Bhagya Lakshmi?
Hello.
Yes, Nana, tell me.
Yeah.
Hello.
My only question is like during the real class, when you're talking, slow down
Mm-hmm.
so that uh, I can understand you because
Oh,
since
sure.
you rushing a little bit, you're talking very fast.
Mm-hmm.
But if you slow down, everything will be fine for me.
Sure, Nana, I have taken your, suggestion as, then probably from your regular batch, what I'll be doing it, I would be going a bit slow so that, everybody, they can understand, and, it will become the beneficial to everybody. So that's certainly a good suggestion, and thank you for that. So, and then we also have the, Canon, and who has said, Canon does not have any question. We also have another person as a partner. Anybody has any question, team? You can ask me the question before I log out.
Yeah. Another thing is, are you going to send us the videos for us to download, or is going to be on the website for us to have access to?
Your, sorry, can you repeat your question once again, Nana?
Yes. After the class, are we
Uh,
going to, are you going to send us the videos for us to download, or the videos are going to uploaded on the website?
We will share you through Google Drive, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we will share you every class recording after session was done.
Okay, thank you, Chaitanya. That was a quick help.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Anybody else has any question?
I have a general question, Ashish. So as you mentioned, there are different subject areas here in SF tool, right? Talent management or
Mm-hmm.
employee central. Is there a kind of weightage that every subject area has, or is it that a consultant is expected to know everything? Like, how is it? It's
No,
just a
no, it's not
general,
that
yeah,
way, right? It's not that way,
yeah.
that consultant is expected to know everything. It is, that these are the module that we have it into the success factor. And so basically it is like, we will be covering 6 module. Out of these 6 module, if you feel that you're good into compensation, you can go ahead and make a career into compensation. If you feel you're good into employee central, you can go ahead and make a career into employee central. If you feel you're good into your goal management, performance management, you can go ahead and make your career into goal and performance management section. Up to you into which module you want to make your career and you want to go ahead with.
Okay. That's it, Ashish, from my side. It's clear. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks a lot.
You're always
Is
welcome, Shri.
payroll,
And mhm.
sorry,
Yeah, go ahead,
is
Durga.
payroll a separate module?
Payroll is not very active into your success factor. So, they have actually given payroll into your bits and pieces, but payroll is not fully functional into your success factor that we have it. What success factor at present actually they are known for the talent management module.
Okay. Actually, if I'm learning talent management and employee central, all the modules what you have said, and
Mhm.
but I'm interested in some other module which you have not taught us. So, can I
Mhm.
actually learn on my own after learning all the other
Yes,
modules?
you can
Is
do
it
that. See,
possible?
once your yes, yes, it is possible. See, once your base is ready, now you know it is like where to navigate and how to navigate. Once your base
Yeah,
is ready, I'm sure the rest of the another module, you can learn it of your own self. But if you feel that you require further assistance, then always you can get in touch with me.
fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other question, team? Hmm?
Sorry, I have another question.
Yeah, yeah. Go
So,
ahead.
if Saturday and Sunday, if the training is going to be held, for the rest of the
Hmm.
5 days, we will be given provision to practice the same thing?
Yes, yes, absolutely. You will be having all your credentials. See, the moment you register, then center what they are going to do, they're going to provide you your credential for the success factor. And so, you people can log in and you can start practicing it. That's a one thing. And even if, so this complete system, access is going to be there with you for 2 months. And in that 2 months and you can go ahead and practice and everything. Along with that, I will also share a lot of documentation so that you people can go ahead and practice all those details.
Fine. Thank you.
Right.